Right off the bat, I want to apologize for Monday's vlog. It sucked. You know, I didn't realize how bad it was until I was editing it, and I'm like, okay, I have one more day to add to this, right? No. I had reached the end of clips to add. And I made something else longer just so I could get it to barely scrape past 8 minutes. So, but you know, we hadn't really had like a true lifestyle vlog in a while, and that's just what that was. And it is what it is. This vlog, don't worry, will be all writing related. Or technically editing related. It is 5:15. No, it's not. 6:15. I haven't changed that clock yet. I have coffee in this hand. It is some good coffee. So I'm just going to say this on the off chance I'm repeating myself. I cannot remember what I have told you and what I have told Patreon. I think I've talked about this with you actually now that I remember picking up my notebook when I was sick. I finished draft 1 of the book. I finished draft 1. Except for the last like 10,000 pages. 10,000 words. Because character motivation for me changes so crazily throughout the book, and I didn't want to write the last 10,000, so I was not going to force myself to. Were we? No. We have stopped. We've started draft 2, I mean. Then I stopped that, paused. Why is this blocking? There's no light coming from that way. Why is there a shadow? The window is behind me. I stopped. I edited in that notebook that I lifted up to you, you know, showed you the notebook. Have things edited, mostly figured out. His motivation has been figured out. I was struggling super hard with the guys because for some reason when I was writing draft 1, I gave him no backstory. Literally my main character didn't like ask a single question about him and his backstory. And it occurred to me towards the latter half when I was trying to write the romantic stuff, and I'm like, they haven't really bonded, have they? So we figured most of that out in editing. In our plotting our draft 2 notebook moment, we are ready to dive fully in. Bobo was napping with me. You even see her? Am I showing her in frame? And then normally she's been waking me up, but I moved her closer to my fan because I have a box fan that runs when I sleep because I'm a person that cannot sleep without some sort of white noise, you know? I moved her closer to the fan because she keeps waking up every single time I get up to pee, which I have to pee, like, let's be generous and say 4 times a night, 3 times a night. I just drink stuff too late. You would think I'd have learned by now, but I haven't. So I moved her closer to the fan, so she didn't hear me get up to pee, but I woke her up. I'm assuming she will go back to sleep. Let's hope. My eyes are crazy. This color is crazy. In the light, because like in normal light, I don't think they're that cool. In this light, they look kind of like greenish, don't they? Maybe not. Maybe that's really blue. Your eyes are fully brown. No hints of green in those. She also survived the night. She hit her head, remember? She survived. She's good. Clean bill of health. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do first is we'll drink my coffee and watch an episode of Dr. Slump. That's the K-drama I've been watching right now. I haven't been watching TV and it's kind of sad. Okay, I just don't have the urge to anymore. Who is she? I need to find my old Sarah Sutton self again. So I will be honest. It is now 7:15 and I haven't done anything. I swear I haven't been crying. I just feel very stuffy all of a sudden. Ow! Dogs. I don't know what to do. I mean, I know I need to edit. No. You're crazy. You're crazy. Settle. That's enough. I don't know when I should make dinner. In an hour? If it's 7? What is wrong with you? She never even napped either. Sometimes we do cool shots, you know? When we actually think about it. This looks a little strange, but it says it's still good, so. Okay, hello. It's 10:40. Now, haven't gotten very far. I'm still editing the first chapter. So what I'm doing now is, can I talk to you like this for a second? I'm doing like line edits now. So here's the thing. Here's how I forgot how I edit, okay? The second draft is normally, is it the second draft? Now that I'm saying it out loud, like I'm not like fully sure, but this is how we're doing it for this one anyway. For now, I normally at some point in my editing process start a new draft. I believe it's the second one because I know I like to keep the first draft like untouched for the most part because if I ever want to look back on it. But anyway, I like to keep the first draft like fully untouched. So I believe it's the second draft. I make a new document, but instead of like duplicating the document, I copy and paste like passages at a time into the new document and edit them as I go. I'm pretty sure it's the second draft. But that means I'm doing like a little bit more line edits right now rather than the broad big picture edits, which also makes me think that's more draft 3. Do they have their air conditioner on? Maybe their dishwasher is just running. It's something. It's very cold outside, so I doubt it's the air conditioner. But it was on the other day because it was hot the other day. I even had mine on the other day. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. So that's why I'm halfway through chapter 1. I also, thank God that I went back to Two Kinds of Us. And so the dynamic, have I talked about that here? Have I talked about who this main character is here? Part of me thinks that was a Patreon only conversation. Have I talked about who this book's about on general public? I can't remember. If I already talked about it, this is so embarrassing. Y'all are probably like, yeah, Sarah, we already know who the book's about. And I'm just over here like, do you guys know? So, if you don't know, if I didn't share, this book is Margot. It's about Margot Massey. It is not in the Love and Fenton County universe. It's not in the series. It's not in the Love and Fenton County series. So, I swear, I don't think I've talked about this. It's new adult Margot. We're picking up when she's 21. Anyway, Margot is the main character. But it's a good thing I went back because in Two Kinds of Us, Margot's parents are very hands-off. They are very like, do what you want, we don't care. And Margot's dad is the mayor of Addison in Two Kinds of Us, which I did not remember. It's only mentioned twice in the manuscript, and that's not a hard thing for me to like dodge because you can run for mayor every 4 years. Is it 4 years? You are elected for mayor essentially, so I can always have him like not be mayor anymore. That's not hard. Margot's parents are very, very much so hands off and like, who cares about you to Margot in Two Kinds of Us. And Margot relishes in this. Like, she's like, yeah, Destelle, do what you want. Be your own person. Forge your own path. Like, Margot is like the person that is pushing Destelle towards being, Destelle's truest self and not letting her parents dictate Destelle's life. I'm very glad I went back and I looked at Two Kinds of Us because I did not remember that. Because Margot's parents are definitely not like that in this draft. They are control freaks to the max. And I have a way that I can like make that work, but I'm glad that I went back and I looked because I hadn't remembered, and at least now I know and I can make the appropriate adjustments. But I was looking through it because I was looking for one specific line about Margot wearing suits. There was a line that I thought I had put in, but maybe I had cut it, about Margot wearing suits and how the people at the country club judged her for it. And I can't imagine myself cutting it, but I couldn't find it. But as I was searching through the manuscript, I found all of the instances where Margot was like going to fashion school in the fall and, does what she wants. And I'm like, wow, it's very different. But that's okay because it actually aids in some of the motivation even more, which I am very happy about. So yeah, if I haven't mentioned it, this book is about Margot. I've always had this idea for Margot's book, but it never felt right to write about with a teenager. One of the tropes is kind of like more of an arranged marriage trope, so obviously you wouldn't write that about a teenager. But this idea for Margot's book has always been in my head ever since I wrote Destelle's book. Actually, ever since I wrote Addie's book, because Margot cameoed in Addie's book. So the plan was to always write Margot's book. It didn't feel right for young adult, for teenagers. Like, it didn't feel right to focus on her, to put, I'm trying to say this correctly because it can be taken in two different ways. It didn't feel right to write Margot's story with Margot as a teenager. It feels right that Margot is now an adult going through what's happening to her right now. I want to say it like that because I don't want to say as a teenager, because I do think it's still appropriate for the no spice audience, but I just, as of right now, when I'm editing the draft. But I do want to make it very clear, I am not associating Margot's book with Love in Fenton County. I genuinely want Margot to stand alone as a character. I don't even really want to talk about it much. Tying it to Two Kinds of Us. I don't really want to put that much emphasis on, oh, Margot is from Two Kinds of Us and she's getting her own book. You know, I don't really want that at all. If people have read Two Kinds of Us, that's awesome. But I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I have to go read Two Kinds of Us in order to read Margot's book, because it's definitely not the case. Even though Margot is from Two Kinds of Us, this is fully 100% her own story, and I feel like Destelle is like not big in it at all. So I want to make it feel like I could change Margot's name and have her be a completely new character and everything would still work. And like, I want this to be kind of like a fully standalone, but yes, she was in Two Kinds of Us. And that's just, I want to make that a specific clarification because Margot's book is new adult and Two Kinds of Us is young adult. So I want to make sure I'm not saying, oh, Margot is from Two Kinds of Us, and people get the wrong impression and think Margot's book is a young adult read when it's not. So that's why I'm going to be focusing marketing-wise, not comparing the two or saying Margot is from this book. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, that was my little check-in. I'm not doing a time lapse because I'm sitting at the couch as I'm working, and I don't have a good place to set you up at on the couch. But I will check in when, actually I don't know if I'll check in tonight, but I'll check in at some point, you know? It is so bright. It is so late. It is 10 to 2. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I have 10,000 edited though in this new document. So I'm halfway through chapter 3, but I am stopping because chapter 3 is going to actually require a lot more rewriting. The whole point of this scene changes. So that's going to take more brain power than I have got tonight. So I'm going to be going to bed. I wanted to check in and let you guys know how I did. So I think we did pretty well. Bomi is sleepy and she's looking right at me. And we are going to go to bed. And we're going to sleep. Little kid, we better sleep. And not wake up early, hopefully. Hi, hey, hello. We talked? No, we didn't talk earlier. I think I just set you up for a time lapse. It is the same day. I'm in the same clothes. I look a little rough, mostly because I'm trying to decide if I want to go for a walk. Obviously not in these clothes, but if I don't, then I'm going to go shower. If I do, it's 70 degrees outside, and that feels warm. We lost a nail today. I don't go in until Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, so that stinks. I don't know why it's always the pointer finger. I don't know what that's about. We took a nap. Bomi was not napping in her kennel, so I got to the point where I was fed up and I just let her out of her kennel and attempted to continue, to nap, because I hadn't been able to fall asleep yet. And she jumped up on my bed and fell asleep on my bed. Apparently somebody's outgrowing the kennel. Which I think, she's literally outgrowing the kennel. I think she's a bit too big for it to be able to function. She can, go into it and turn around. But I think, it's just too confined for her to be able to be comfortable. So either the choice is to get her a new kennel or to stop using it. So I don't know what to do. I'll still use it to take her on car rides until she does get too big for it. And then we'll have to buy a new one because I feel a lot more confident leaving the house with her fully secured, and I feel more confident with her in the car with her fully secured. Although the other night I was thinking about letting her stay out of her kennel at night, and she seemed very stressed because I like turned off the lights and like left her on my bed. And when I turned the lights on, she had not laid down, and she was like, "This is not where I normally sleep." So I don't know how that'll go. But updates on the puppy front. Do we go for a walk? We'll go for a walk. We'll go for a walk, and I'll sweat, and I'll be gross, and it'll be fine. It'd be a good workout. And then we'll come back and we'll edit. I edited a little bit, but like not a ton. I want to do that more tonight. Fingers crossed. And actually, no, not fingers crossed. It has to happen. It is my job. So we will make it happen tonight. But ooh, my poor finger. Oh, it's ugly. Hey, hello. Same spot, different day. So it's 9:03 the next morning. I didn't update you last night, mostly because I looked really bad. I took my shower and my hair dried like crazy. It was like half dry. And whenever I shower, my rosacea like flames up, and it's kind of inflamed for a while after, so my face looked crazy. So I was just like, I finished the scene that I needed to edit, and I think I was a little bit ambitious a little bit when I said that I could edit 2 chapters a day. That's only if like the chapters, the contents itself remain like mostly unchanged, because that scene took me 2 days to finish because it was pretty big and it was a big overhaul. And I realized last night a lot of my scenes in the beginning are going to change because how I initially wrote it, the main character and the love interest kind of just like got friendly super fast, and it was fine. It wasn't awkward. Like they both had a motive to kind of like become friends, and it worked. But I'm not going that same route in draft 2. I'm actually turning it a little bit into more of a, it's not enemies to lovers because they're not enemies, but like they both don't understand each other at first, and I'm drawing that out a little bit more to add more tension. So he doesn't understand her, so he kind of gets exasperated with her a little bit more. She enjoys making him exasperated. So I realized all of the scenes in the beginning have to change now as well, because to reflect that new relationship that I'm building. So all of their scenes, they go out to like brunch together, they go shopping together, like it's like kind of like friendly things, and I need it to be more like borderline like nitpicky. The motives changed for the beginning, so I have to fix that, and that's going to take a little bit more time. So today is a editing day fully. I'm not going to be able to take Mommy for a walk though because it's raining, so we'll have to figure out what we're going to do in terms of wearing her out. But today is fully my day to edit. My ears are itching like crazy. Tomorrow is a client work day. So that is it. That is us. That is me right now. I'm gonna make me a cup of coffee. Actually, I just started a new K-drama. It's called Wedding Impossible. And so far I'm only on like halfway through episode 2, but I really enjoy it. And I've seen like clips from later episodes, and I think I'll really like them. So I'm hoping this is the K-drama that brings me out of my funk. It's a live releasing one, which I didn't want to do anymore, but I have so many K-dramas I haven't finished. I haven't finished Love Song for Illusion. I haven't finished Dr. Slump. I haven't finished The Matchmakers. Is there one more on Vicky that I haven't finished? I haven't finished Young Song Creature. I'm watching that with my dad though, so I can't watch ahead. So many K-dramas that I start, but I haven't been finishing. I'm like, that's so sad. I used to have a rule that I couldn't like skip a drama or leave a drama when I'm midway, but my attention span, guys, it's not what it used to be. Okay. Hey, hi, hello. It is 8:35. I think I need to get my hair cut. I think I do, and I'm going back and forth with like, do we chop it? And I feel like I go through this all the time. I want to chop. Like I consider chopping my hair. My dad always tells me not to. My mom, she's kind of like more on the fence, like she's more back and forth, but she also tells me not to. I also, like, I've said it before in a vlog, but I'm like not my most confident right now. And so, like, if I cut my hair and I hate it, I think it would cripple me. So I just like, I'm trying to like okay, Sarah, just don't do it. But like, I never do anything with my hair, and y'all, it's gotten so long again. Like, for reference, the top of my jeans, and it's down. So, just so long. That's not even what I came on to talk about. Also, Bomi steps on it and like claws through it when she like plays, and it hurts so dang bad. Anyway, let's get to the point of this clip. So like I said, it's 8:30. I wrote a little bit, and then I took a break and I ate dinner, which was just waffles. So I'm probably gonna have to have something else later, but I wanted to sit down and plan out a schedule, which I know everybody roll their eyes with me. 3, 2, 1, I roll. I roll, I roll. How do you? Anyway, I know. Schedules and Sarah Mae Sutton don't mix. We don't go well together. Schedules and I don't stick. Camera battery, why are you doing this to me? Okay, we'll do it fast. So what I want to do is make a schedule for my work, okay? Because I am trying to do far too much every single day. Every single day, I tell myself, oh, I have to write, I have to make content for Instagram, I have to post that Instagram content, I have to make captions, I have to make TikToks, I have to do all these things, I have to make reels. I do that every day. I try to do that every day. Like, no wonder you're stressed out, Sarah. Like, you can't. And then add client work into the mix when I have client work. You're crazy. I want to pull out my planner and like pick days. Like, okay, Tuesdays, we make TikTok content. Because like, if I wanted to post, I want to get back on track with TikTok. Which is weird because like, it may or may not get banned. But I want to get back on track with it because like, it's a marketing avenue that I am completely ignoring. And like, I went viral once. Who's to say it's never going to happen again? You know, like, am I really risking that opportunity? Currently I am. Is it smart? No. I want to get back to making TikToks. And I feel like I'm finding a little bit more confidence in myself enough to pull the camera out again. Like, I filmed a TikTok up with my photo card wall, and I'm like, oh, hang on a second. You better not die while I'm gone. We're making more demon cookies. If I get sick, it is what it is. I posted a TikTok the other day, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can hype myself up and like, you know, because I feel like confidence too is all about what you make of it. You know, it's like how you feel, but it's also like your outlook on things. You may not feel the best, but think positively and maybe confidence will follow. I don't know. Ugh, I hate how this looks. It's so ugly. Look how ugly that is. Ugh, with all the colors and Tomorrow I have client work, but the thing is, I can do like, if I can schedule out, TikToks Thursday, Friday, you know, whatever day I want to do TikToks, because that's going to be a morning activity. Making Instagram content, morning activity. But client work is like afternoon, nighttime activity. So anything can be happening in the morning. Now writing, I feel like should be like for surezies this day, where I go to a coffee shop in the morning. But otherwise, it is always going to be a afternoon, nighttime thing, because we have to do that, because we have to get this job done, because writing has to get done. Writing is a non-negotiable. But I could pick different days. I feel like you're gonna die any second. This is just a waste of talking. Let's go to the time lapse and of me staring at the planner for a second. On a side note, Bomi's like been sleeping all day today, and she's been very independent today, which is odd. She's not normally this independent. Like, she hasn't wanted to play much at all. She's just been resting. She seems fine otherwise. Like, whenever we get up, she seems energetic and fine, but otherwise she's just been chilling. We did play a lot yesterday, so maybe she's recouping. We went for a long walk. It was hot. It was a wild day for her. Hi, hey, hello. Okay, hello. Coming on to end the vlog. It's the next morning. It's 8:23 in the morning. I edited some last night. It's going slow. It's going slow because I have to figure out like all new scenes to be putting in, and that moves slow. But I think for the most part, it's going okay. I think honestly, it's actually tilting a bit back to them becoming friends a bit quickly. That might be something we need to keep an eye on and fix at some point, but I think for right now it is what it is, and maybe that's a draft 3 issue, and maybe that's how their friendship needs to go, or their relationship needs to go. Maybe less enemies to lovers and more. The big thing is, like, I don't really want them to be enemies, so it's just more like animosity to lovers, which maybe the animosity doesn't need to last that long. Anyway, I'm going to let you go here so I can edit this YouTube video and get it up for you guys hopefully by noon. The game plan of the morning is to edit this YouTube video, take Bomi for a walk, come back, get started on my client work, then see where the day goes from there. I'm sure at some point I'll want to take a nap, but alright, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Stay tuned because I have fun things coming. Possibly next week. I think I already did the... No, I didn't. I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm the author of 10 young adult romance books. I'm working on a new adult romance book right now. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!